It tells you or valley ever it's always through just be join you now join hey I'm sorry, you oh it's out of my path. I'm so the grinder. So
I just here's the thing, Autumn. I want to be full transparent with the audience here. First off, my internet is completely just going haywire. This is another thing. They're out to get us now. The people that defend KC, they're now currently out to get us. It's crazy work. First off, very nice to see you. Happy to get into this Friday with you. Here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have to give me about 2 seconds here. You're gonna tell the people about the Love Island peeps. I'm gonna try to reset this internet so that I don't sound like I'm in robot world. But I'm coming back. I want you to know. This isn't over. We're just getting started. This is ridiculous what happened tonight. Ridiculous. Yeah, they literally sent off the most compatible couple, the only dude that stood on business in the entire show, and now we literally have, I see Autumn. I see you doing your dance. We have Bryce. Who gives a shit? Who cares about the happy loves? Okay, I'm going to reset. I'll be back in a few minutes. You can try to do your KC slander, and I'll come back, and I'll have it for the people. I'll be back. I'll be back in just a second.
Was amazing. No, episode 3. Me here of argue. Just in case Dylan at all that hurt the car. Yeah. I this I've been watching foolish fetish. If now catch yeah, that made me look just be oh disgusting. Oh my god. Are you as if case
Yeah, I'm back, Autumn. Here's what I'm getting word from the peeps. We're having a little bit of technical issues. I know you're excited. I know you're super excited. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick pause. We're going to reset. I'm ready. I'm ready to defend Casey. We'll take a quick pause. When we come back, you can tell all the people about whatever it is with Love Island. So we'll reset here for a second. We'll come back, and Autumn will get to celebrate for about, I don't know, an hour. We'll let it rock. All right, we'll be right back.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code INSIDEEDGE10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code INSIDEEDGE20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
We're back.
I think we have you for a moment. I don't know. I think you may have blown out the speakers. I think, you were so excited for Love Island. I think you blew out the speakers.
This is I
don't.
Play-
You.
look. I'm I want okay.
Yeah.
I'm basically every people okay both me.
Yeah. No, Autumn, I'm going to tell you this, my friend. I know you got a lot to say. I might need you to restart the computer. Folks. We are pulling back the curtain. Autumn legitimately has blown out her speakers. Casey was eliminated. She blew out her speakers. But yeah, no, I'll hold it down here for a minute. I'll say some very positive words about Bryce and Trinity and all the fine folks. And yeah, we'll have Autumn back here in just a moment. We'll let her do some overrun here into the midnight hour if she's up to it. Because I know she got a lot to say. But here's the thing, folks. What we saw tonight, a travesty. A travesty. And this is the only time I'll be able to say this, because when Autumn gets back in here, I won't be able to defend KC. It won't be good. But what are we looking for, Love Island folks? What exactly are we looking for? Are we looking for the love story? Because if so, then congratulations, Bryce and Trinity. Despite, the awkwardness at times and everything else, congratulations. You have now won Love Island. Hopefully you split the money. Everybody goes home happy. Congratulations. But what exactly is America looking for? And, Autumn will have her different take on it. I'll have my take on it. Because if you wanted real, to the point, then look no further than KC and TT. That's where we're at, folks. Yes, KC had his flaws, and depending what fan group you asked, if you had the core four, which AA and I stay away from because it's a little dangerous out there. Autumn talks about NBA Twitter. We talk about the core four Twitter. We stay away from that when it comes to Love Island. But what we haven't stayed away from is defending KC at different times. Now, yes, has he made some mistakes? Yes. The Casa Amor stuff, some of the comments said, I get it. I get it. The Anaya stuff, I understand. A lot of things that probably bro shouldn't have said at certain points in the show. But isn't that what some of these reality shows are about and what America's looking for? Somebody that may fall on their face and say some bad things or get in his own way, but ultimately, he's somebody that, hey, we can root for. We can root for KC because he's finding his way just like we all are. He's got his Casa Amor girl. He's got TT. And don't get me wrong, I understand, maybe, with all the ladies out there, TT may not be a fan favorite, but you ask NBA Twitter audience, you ask, the male audience, TT is somebody, when she came onto the show, she made it a lot more interesting. And you wonder, with the legal issues with TT and, obviously that stemming and then possibly getting her off the show and that being rumored. And you wonder if that led to her being gone before the finale. And I don't know. I know Autumn talks about, they made it official and any, boyfriend-girlfriend combo before the finale usually actually never makes it to the finale. And I guess that curse continues on. But I'm here to take a stand tonight for myself, for AA, who's back with you again Sunday at Main Event here on the Inside Edge Network. I'm here to make a stand for us. And all the people that rock with KC. You're telling me that the guy who has drawn the most buzz about the show, which again, reality shows, you want the buzz, the popularity. You're telling me the guy that has the most buzz on this show is not in the finale. I don't understand. There's other people you could have looked to get rid of before him, Zach, Sincere. I mean, there's other options out here, folks. But KC, who again, yes, said some things that maybe he shouldn't have said. He said some hurtful things to Anaya, and I get that. That wasn't right. I'm not saying that's right. But the whole show, they're all saying questionable things. It's just a matter of who you rock with the most. And I think Casey was kind of put out to dry here tonight. I think it was absolutely ridiculous. I think at this point, I'll watch the finale. I'm bringing Autumn back. I'll watch the finale, but I just can't get with it. I just can't get with KC not. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, first of all,
we are getting better. We are getting better. It is. I don't. This Love Island episode. Look, it threw me for a loop too. So I don't know what exactly the computer. If you were just punching in celebration after Casey got eliminated or what, but I just think it's a travesty. The most popular person on the show who creates the most buzz stood on business. Yeah, he said some hurtful things. They all have, for the most part. He gets eliminated. It just ain't right. It just doesn't sit with me.
misfortune, the moment. It's pretty awesome. No way. When the reason why people even him. He was a phenomenal. Michael Foreman, exactly. I don't. And Carl, me. They're 20, but 29. It's a I
I just this has been one of the, like I said, for me, Autumn, you know, this has been one of the toughest episodes I've had to actually face in my short tenure of watching Love Island. The fact that we have to watch an episode with no personality, I just hope, you know, we were talking about Melanie and Sincere, you know, we're talking about their run.
World, Melanie here, not.
I don't know, Autumn. I'll tell you, the whole world is shook up about this, and I know you're gonna play it where like, okay, you're happy Casey's gone. I understand, I get it, but obviously there's something going on because I shook up about it. Double A's upset about it. Your computer and your setup's upset about it because it won't even let you say anything bad about KC tonight because it knows what happened tonight in America and actually in Fiji, but watched here in the States was a travesty, an absolute travesty. I mean, something that's absolutely absurd. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's not even one. Even that, I'm really happy. I don't have to do anything. Also, audio issue this before. I'm sorry. I saw. Oh. Not coming. I can't work in the morning. One good, and this the break. Well, I'm at work.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Moser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MoserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MoserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written print and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
I muted myself. I can hear you now.
I muted himself, so now we can't hear him. But yeah, you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, based off our different feelings on Love Island. But yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'll take this time to announce that we will extend the spiral since you have been sharing so many kind words about KC and TT and all that. We'll extend the spiral a little bit tonight so you can get all your words out about Love Island. But the floor is yours. This is your show. I've already expressed why KC is so misunderstood, and I think America lost a hero tonight. Lighters out in the sky for KC.
Eli, I heard nothing of what you just said.
You can't hear me? Oh no, hold on.
I can see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you.
I'm
Oh, welcome into the Daily Spiral, everyone. This has been a great show. I'm sorry that you guys couldn't hear me talk so much shit about Casey. I told you this tonight has been a funny night. It's been a great night. I just want you to know all the stuff that Eli said, disregard it. Casey is terrible. He is the worst. I have been rooting for his downfall since he called my girl a grandma. Since he said she won't be kissing up on me in the bed. Were you entitled to that? No, you were never. You and your scammer girlfriend can go somewhere and be in love off the island. You will not be getting my 100K. In fact, I will literally, I'm going to revel in the fact that you don't get the 100K. You're going to do fine in the world. You're probably going to go on a podcast tour. You're probably going to go on Fresh and Fit. You're probably going to go on every other male-centered podcast. She's probably going on every streamer's dream. You guys are gonna do those weird couple YouTube videos like the pop the balloon. You give me those vibes, and I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna miss you. Now, who I am gonna miss, my beloved Kenzie. I really didn't care for her at first. I thought she was a little nuts, but honestly, Clam Slam, you're great. Eli, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear me? Okay.
Before
perfect.
I couldn't hear a thing. Yeah.
Well, it's a shame because what I was saying was, obviously we have different feelings on Love Island.
It doesn't matter.
America
just
lost a hero.
No, they didn't. Casey was literally a demon. He was literally
That's so false. That's so false. That's so false. I'm here to stand on business tonight. It's Friday.
The presence in that villa is almost gone. Corbin, gone. Dylan, gone. KC, gone. I'm so happy. Now, we still have 2 more demons to extract. They will not be seeing that 100K. Zach has been positioning himself to win that 100K since the moment he stepped in that villa, which is why he didn't align himself with Kenzie. We all know that. Sincere is just a pathological liar who believes his own lies. He's definitely not going to win. But it's down to Trinity and Bryce and Anaya and Carl. I think because of the built up fan base that they already had, I think it will be Trinity and Bryce. Anaya and Carl, of course, probably will come in second. I voted for Anaya and Carl. But I just want to say this has been a great night. For all the people out there who are certified haters.
Do I win technically? I gotta go back and watch the tape. But I swore 3 weeks ago I said if Casey or Sincere made the finale.
No, you said KC specifically. You said KC.
I'm gonna go back and watch. I'm on vacation next week. I'll be watching the tape. I'll see what's going on.
You said KC specifically. Now, speaking of Love Island, we will have a live finale reaction show this Sunday. Myself and Double A will be back from vacation. We will react live to the Love Island USA season 8 finale. I'm just excited because I just think evil has been eradicated. Now,
yeah, you're right. We got Zach in there. He's so perfect, Autumn and Sincere. You couldn't have asked for a better finale. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I know. I don't like Zach. I've called him literally an English bitch on this show.
I know. I understand. But that's who's in the finale over KC.
Absolutely.
Call him whatever you want. Call him his government. Call him these made up names.
It has nothing to do with Zach. It has everything to do with Kata. Literally, Sincere and Zach are in there because of Melanie and Kata. That's it. And neither of them couples are they're just not
But America's playing a dicey game, Autumn, because now we run into the chance where one of those two could walk away with all of the money. But if hear me out. I know you're the expert, and you know what? I've been wrong on a few things so far. But what I will say is, we're seeing here that there's an opportunity. Say America in this vote falls head over heels one last time with Melanie or Kada, and that's the reason they get voted. They win it, and then it falls into Sincere or Zach's hands. How is America going to feel then? Is Casey really the bad guy then? Are we really mad at TT? That makes no sense. This is why I get frustrated. No, this is why I get frustrated.
Casey literally, when I say Casey made all of those boys in Casa look like what the hell is going on. Sincere is the only one that's close to him. And then we saw Sincere tonight. He's the only one that cried. That's the most emotion I've seen from him the whole show. I don't even want to talk about Sincere. Sincere at this point, he is what he is. He's a pathological liar. We've talked about how he's a pathological liar. He is a pathological liar that believes his own lies. He is the worst kind of pathological liar. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. I just want to say I was right. I was always right. I'm always going to be right. Okay?
What are you going to say if Sincere wins, though?
He's not going to win.
Well, what if he does?
He's never going to win.
So the finale's Sunday. I'm on vacation, so I won't be with you at all next week.
Like I said, myself and Double A somehow, some way found himself rooting for Casey and TT. I don't understand why.
And I'm with them.
I told y'all, when you become a couple in the villa, not couple up, either boyfriend or girlfriend or exclusive or closed off, doing it the final week of the season will get you eliminated, because every single person who does it the final week of the season always gets eliminated because everybody in the audience sees through that you want to win.
Yeah, but tonight was an agenda. Like these past few days have been an agenda. The core four nonsense and all this, it is literally just an agenda. And you know what? This was a travesty to new viewers. This was a travesty to people that are trying to give Love Island a chance. Not saying I won't anymore, Autumn. I'll watch next season. I got you.
I will say
this is bad.
I've had fun, but NBA Twitter, go back to thinking of scenarios about LeBron and talking about Tyler Hero and Bam. Stop watching my show. Stop betting on my show. See, some of y'all have lost your rent money because you put your money into KC, not knowing the rules of the show, not knowing that he was a certified scammer. I called him from night one. The moment we got on this air and me and Double A watched him on night one, I said, he is going to be the worst. I always knew it.
But he stood on business.
He didn't stand on nothing.
He did. You're talking about how Sincere is a pathological liar. We're talking about how Zach, he does his, thing where he's like, he slid under the rug just enough, but he's pretty bad too. We're talking about all these guys.
I said Zach is terrible. I said Corbin's terrible. I said Casey. I've kept it consistent throughout this entire.
Well, you know what? Congratulations, America. You get your little love story. We do this all the time with Chad with a quotation, but this is in quotations, love story between Bryce and Trinity, who may last a week or two outside when they get back to real life.
A couple that is already boyfriend and girlfriend, whose families love each other, who have literally talked about the future. You're talking about the other couple who literally a man is jumping at the chance to put a child inside of her. She literally said, yeah, I'm giving you easy access. Eli, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I'm not with it. Bryce and Trinity. Autumn, we have spent time on this show, and I think we're getting into it again tonight, about the dating world.
Absolutely.
They are trying to convince, Love Island producers are trying to convince America that there's still, throughout all the mess, there's true love. Bryce and Trinity. Save me. Miss me with it. You know what America wants? They want real. They want the gritty. They want the ugly. They want all of it. And that's Casey and TT. Love prevailed despite, the missteps of Casey. And yeah, he said some unfortunate things about Anaya. And I mentioned that while you were taking care of what you had to take care of. I get it. Unfortunately, you say things that you don't mean sometimes, or, you shouldn't have said. It wasn't in the right word. You didn't have class. I'll give him that. But he's made some mistakes. He's learned from those mistakes. He doesn't just keep lying himself down a hole to where he gets to the finale. But I guess that's what he had to do. He had to lie or, just slide under the radar enough. Or I just miss me with the Bryce and Trinity stuff. If you want me to be completely honest, I hope they finish in fourth.
You know, this is why I should say men should never watch reality TV, because the things you guys take from it is just
Bryce
terrible.
and Trinity, you're telling me that
Just
that is what America is. That is this show should represent
absolutely.
dating and what dating is right now. And Bryce and Trinity, maybe it worked in the 80s or the 90s.
Hope, give you hope. That's the
No.
whole point of Love Island. It's supposed to give you hope that after 6 weeks of living in a villa, being psychologically tortured, you can still find the love of your life. But I'm gonna just leave you with this.
Oh my.
This. Oh, it just looks beautiful. Oh, just oh. I know you guys have seen this picture already, but it's just it's an amazing picture. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, Eli, I'm not gonna go to break because we've taken like 5 breaks because of our computer issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move right into the lore drop.
Yeah, hold on. Before we get into the Lord Drop, again, this is your show. You just said, yeah, we want to give America hope. You know, this is what Love Island's about, Bryce and Trinity. Now let me tell you about a married pastor. Let me tell you about the other stories you've talked about over the last 3-4 days. Autumn, the two things, respectfully, my friend, because I enjoy the stories and I think they're absolutely wild. They don't mesh like this. What you're about to talk about, these types of stories, this is America. This is like
Absolutely.
this is like Casey and TT type stuff. Like this is what America wants. Anyways, back to you.
I forgot to blur this man's name out, but I'm going to show you just how bad my dating life is. Ignore this man's name. You kind of can't see it. Right at the bottom, it says, ruin me, but with the strap.
Oh, God. Okay, Autumn.
That's
we
what
gotta go to break. I'm kidding.
my Tinder DMs. Ruin me, but with a strap.
Now,
Do you understand? This is what I go through. Like when I go on dating apps, that is the kind of message I get all the time.
my investigator hat, you know, because it's what, you know, obviously we do journalism here on the Inside Edge Network.
Mm-hmm.
That was recently?
That was literally this morning.
Gosh.
I literally went on Tinder because I was like, oh, I'm a little bored. I'm see what's going on. I just yeah, that was yeah, that was what
Did
it
you
was.
respond?
No, I'm gonna just let it hang, because why are you asking me this? Like, why? But
The more like that's crazy work. That like here's your cup of coffee, or you may have, you know, a donut, you know, get ready for the morning and letting that message fly.
yeah, it just I can't even tell you.
I just don't get it. All right, back to you.
All right, so yesterday I teased this beautiful story. I call the story Mac Miller. Now, this story is not traumatic. This is not graphic. This
Okay.
is just one of the worst dates I've ever been on in my life.
Okay.
I'm gonna just let you know this, right?
Okay.
So, I think this man came from either Hinge or Bumble. Forgot which one. But just know this. Just know this one significant thing. I am 24, 23, 24 around this time.
Okay.
He's 26. Just know that.
All right.
Right?
All right. Copy.
We start talking. I was like, oh, he's like, I'm like, look, sometimes you got to give ugly men a chance. This is the phase of my life where I was giving ugly men a chance. Don't do that ever, people. Don't give ugly people chances. Especially ugly men. Oh my God, terrible. But we were talking and he said, you know what? We should go to the movies together. I said, you know what? We should. Okay. I haven't been on a movie date in a very long time. I said, yeah, let's go to the movies.
Very crafty, so you don't have to see him.
No.
Because it's dark in the movie.
No.
Okay.
Eli, when I tell you that's the worst thing I could have done was recommend a movie date. So first off, he didn't even ask me what movie I wanted to see. He said, we're going to see this movie. I said, no, that's not how this works. I said, we're going to talk about what movies are out. We're going to see which movies are at an appropriate time. And that's how we're going to pick it.
Yeah.
So we ended up picking what is actually one of my favorite movies. I watch it on planes all the time. Crazy Rich Asians. Love the movie. Fantastic.
Okay.
Beautiful movie.
Okay.
So that should just tell you when this was 2018. Right? So I'm texting him. I was like, yeah, let's go see it Friday night, whatever. Now, this was, I think, Baker's first season.
Yeah, 2018. Yep.
Yes. So my cousin had got us tickets to the Browns home opener because it was Steelers versus Browns, and I remember this because it was the game that they tied.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was the Tyrod Taylor. It was Tyrod Taylor was still the starter. It was right before Baker took over. I think in week 3 that season. So yeah, okay. So a little blast from the past.
Yes. So it was that weekend. So my mom and I, we hadn't really had a lot of Browns gear. This was my first Browns game ever in my life because, Browns been terrible most of my life. And I was excited, right?
Yeah.
So I get to Target and I'm Target across town. Like I'm not even near my house. And I know that I have a date at 8:00. It's 5:00. Date is at 8:00. I have enough time to go to Target, get what I need, come back home.
Okay.
Why did this man text me at 5:30? Yeah, I'm outside your house. I said, huh? He said, yeah, I'm right on the corner of the street near your house. Now, mind you, also, I live on a main street. So I'm like, what do you mean you're near my house? I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, Mom, all right, come on, hurry up. We got to go. She's like, what? What's going on? I'm like, I have a date tonight. I forgot to tell you. She's like, all right. So we get what we need. We go home. I get semi ready for the date. And I'm like, once I'm ready, I'm like, it's probably 6:30, 7:00. Still got a whole hour and a half before the movie starts.
Did he send a text before saying he was outside your text? Like, hey, I'm on the way. Hey, I'll be there this time.
Nope.
Okay. All right. That's a little odd. It's a
Nope.
little odd. And also just knowing, I have obviously women in my life, my sister, my mom. I've been on dates with, women. I understand that it does take usually at least an hour, if not 2, to get ready, depending on, who's getting ready. But you got to understand.
He looked ugly on this date because he pissed me off so bad.
Well, he didn't give you any time. I mean, you got to give the ladies at least an hour to 2 hours to get ready. The makeup, if they want to curl or straighten their hair, if they want to try out different. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And that is one thing I will say, respectfully, as a dude, I could be ready in probably 15, 20 minutes. Ready to rock. Everything's good. Put my smell goods on. I'm ready to rock. Boom, put a comb through the hair. But it's a different story. So I had to get some more clarity. Okay, back to you.
Yes. So after a while, I was like, all right, let's go. And he goes, all right, cool. I was like, okay. I'm ready. He goes, okay, you can just walk down. Now, mind you, it's fall. It's fall. So it's pitch black outside at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, he wants me to walk down the street to meet him at his car. I said, oh goodness. I said, this is already starting bad, right? Again, already showing up to my house 3 years or 2 or 3 months, whatever, early.
Yeah, sure. It felt like that. It felt like 3 years ago. I mean, 5:00.
Just too early.
Yeah.
And now you're asking me to walk down the street and I don't know you? I'm like, okay. I said, no, just come to my house, right? So he comes to my house. I get in the car. I turn. It is the most overpowering smell of bad cologne I've ever had in my life. I literally can just picture, I'm literally back in that car and I can smell the bad cologne.
Was it Axe?
No, it was something much worse. I could tell it was a cheap cologne too. I could tell it was super, 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 super cheap cologne. And I'm like, oh my God, this is disgusting.
Okay.
Like, please, no. So I also turn and look. This man is a whole catfish. This is not the man in the picture. Like, what is going on? I'm like, you are, and in my mind, I'm just like, only I would end up in this kind of situation. This is only me could end up like this. But I said, you know what? I'm nice. I'm still a nice girl. I'm not mean. Let's move forward. So I also live 5 minutes away from a movie theater. Okay. So we get to the movie theater. That's also why I was like, why are you at my house so early? Literally, I live 5 minutes away. I also have to mention something that's important to the story. The weekend before this happened, I went out to a local Cleveland bar owned by a terrible, terrible human, and me and a bunch of my friends got drugged. So I couldn't drink alcohol anymore. Like the taste of alcohol, because I had thrown it up for an entire weekend, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Again, this is important to the story. This is important to the story. So we get to the movie theater. I'm like, hey, like, we get up to the ticket counter. We tell him what movie, and I just see him pull out a gift card. I'm like, what? Again, already red flag that he showed up to my house early, back alone, is a catfish. Now he's paying with a gift card. He goes, yeah, I got a bunch of these for Christmas. Okay. So we get in the movie theater. I'm like, all right, if you pay for tickets with gift cards, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. We get in the movie theater. Now, this is also the time where movie theaters have just put bars in movie theaters, right? So he goes, you should get something to drink. I'm like, I'm okay, I'm fine. He goes, no, you should definitely get some alcohol to drink. And I said, no, I'm okay. He forced me to get a margarita, y'all. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're just adding to the fact that I hate you right now. So he gives me this margarita. I feel bad because I know I'm going to waste it. I'm not going to drink it. The weekend before, I literally got drugged. I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is terrible. So we start having conversation. And I'm like, okay, it can't get worse than this. Eli, when I tell you it got so much worse after this moment, this is the moment where I said, I need to leave. But I couldn't go anywhere because no one was around. And I said, oh my God, this is terrible. So we're talking about how each other grew up. We're talking about this, we're talking about that. And I'm like, okay, this is decent. And he goes, so did you see the headline today? Now, this is why this is important. And this is why I call this the story. I said, what headline? He was like, you know about Mac Miller. I was like, oh yeah, I saw. I'm like, it's really sad. He passed away. I really liked his music. He goes, yeah, I really relate to him a lot. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, yeah, Mac Miller and I have a lot in common. Now, again, Mac Miller has just passed away from a overdose, you guys.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah,
this is literally the same day. And I said, what? So if you tell me you have a lot in common, I'm like, are you telling me you're on drugs? Eli, just guess what he had in common with Mac Miller. Just guess.
Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh.
No, he was from Menor.
His name was Malcolm.
No.
He writes poetry. He has a crush on Ariana Grande.
No.
I got me. I don't know.
This is verbatim what he said. I will never forget this statement. He goes, I go, what do you mean you have a lot in common? He goes, well, Mac Miller was 26 and I'm 26.
Okay. All right.
I said,
this guy's gotta go.
I said, I don't think that's you don't have a lot in common. I said, are you on drugs? He goes, no. I said, but because you're 26 and he was 26? He was like, yeah.
That makes zero sense. Where do you find some of these people?
I don't even know how this. Again, he catfished me. So I was already pissed.
But in fairness, and like I have your back on all these stories. You kind of did this. Like part of this is on you. Like you should have just been your friend, and we actually could have like walked you through this and been like, hey, don't go to the movie theater with the guy that isn't like the guy that you met through the picture. I mean, what did you expect? Did you think it was going to be Prince Charming that he like somehow when you got to the movie theater, he was like, and it's all in the house. I got one of everything. Let's go ahead and enjoy it. We rented out the entire movie theater. I mean, Autumn.
It just gets worse from here. I'm going to just let you know it does. It gets worse from here. So the whole Mac Miller statement just made me zone out completely and just say to myself, oh, he is terrible. He is the worst.
Like, that is crazy.
I know, right? That
makes me so mad because I actually like love Mac Miller. Like actually one of my biggest influences in music. That actually like makes me mad that somebody would just be like, we're 26, so we're basically this. That makes zero sense. Anyways, yeah.
Imagine how I felt as I'm like sitting there being like, I love Mac Miller's music, and he's being reduced to Mac Miller's 26. I'm 26. what the hell? I'm like, I don't think we have a lot in common.
We've
So that's,
we lost some brain cells on that. All
no,
right.
it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay, can't wait.
We finally get to the movie theater. We're in the movie, right?
Okay.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, finally, I get to at least enjoy a movie because nobody wants to talk to him. I'm like, this is great. He's not going to talk to me. This is going to be fine. He got up 5 times to go get beers off of his gift cards. I said, what is going on? So he came back buzzed. Every 3 seconds in the movie, I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to enjoy it. I just get, you see? I'm like, oh my God, this is so terrible. At one point, my hand is like this, and I can see him like try, and I went, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm like, and usually at the movie theater, if I'm on a date, I will hold a hand. I don't mind. I don't mind holding a hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was just, oh my God. I was like, please leave me alone. So he's got beer breath. He's buzzed. He's trying to hold my hand. He's interrupting the movie. I'm like, I'm so annoyed. I'm like, okay, just at this point, let's just go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we have to get back in his car. It's super late at night. And it still smells like bad cologne. We're in this movie theater parking lot. And he goes, yeah, you want to listen to some music? I'm like, please no. I'm like, sure.
What do you put on?
I don't even remember. And he just looked at me. He was like, you look really tense. Mind you, I'm in his car. I'm sitting like this. And I have my seatbelt on. And he's like, let me give you a massage.
No.
He proceeds to give me a back massage with my seatbelt on. And he's like, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And he turns and he goes, so you want to? I said, hey, I don't kiss on the first date, knowing I'm fully lying. Like, I don't kiss on the first date. He goes, oh, okay, I'm going to continue. So he continues giving me the worst back massage of all time. He goes, are you ready to go home? And I'm like, yes, please. So then he starts singing. He starts singing classic rock. And I'm like, please, I need this man to leave me alone. So we get to my house. Yeah. And he goes, had a really fun time. I was like, yeah, okay, bye. I closed the door. I've never closed the door fast enough. I've never gotten the house fast enough. I blocked his phone number. I forgot to block him on Snapchat. The next day, he tried to send me a message. I was like, no, I'm going to delete it. So this Brown story comes into the handle because I'm at the game. I post the photo.
Oh, you didn't get rid of him on Snap. Oh, no.
He sends me a message that was like, we should meet up. And I go, I'm with my family. He goes, well, why'd you block me? Why'd you block my phone number? I am so fast. I've never deleted someone, blocked them on Snapchat so fast. And I've never seen that man to this day. And that's why I call him Mac Miller, because he literally compared himself to Mac Miller, even though he had no sense of music taste, was not any sort of artist, and just was overall the worst.
I think you got to take a break, Autumn. I know these are older stories. You may need dating's rough out here nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
This is 2018.
I mean, but it hasn't got any better. I'm not saying necessarily for you, just in general. Out here for the field, everybody out here, it's not good. It's not pretty.
No.
I mean, so I have a movie story. Not as bad, or crazy as that, I guess. Again, mine are pretty tame. But Double A and I, we partnered up to go on a double date. Yeah, I know, crazy. We went out to the local movie theater around the area, in Independence. We went out, I was talking to this.
Too.
I mean, it's the hub, So we went there, I was like, hey, she's like, I got a friend, It's like, perfect, I have a friend, and Double A and I, this is probably, at least 3 years of knowing each other probably at this point, we're rocking and rolling, boom. Double A's like, yeah, let's go. So we go on this date and we meet up. Double A drives, me and him up there. They get up there and hello, hi, how are you? Whatever. Grab the tickets, we're chopping it up, grab the popcorn, grab the drinks, all that fun stuff. And then we get in the movie theater. Now, this is an Eli L moment. I don't have many of these, but this is an Eli L moment. We get into the movie theater, we're talking, we're chilling, commercials haven't really started, previews aren't rolling. And then they start rolling, we're chatting a little bit. And then the movie starts, and I'm still talking. And yes, I know, big L moment. So I'm sitting there talking. She's conversing back. Double A looked at me a few times, like, hey, like, chill out, Eli. Hey, like, right, movie's going. Like, I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to keep it low key, trying to, be quieter, whatever. And all of a sudden, we're like 40 minutes into the movie. This dude stands up and he goes, hey, whoever's talking right now, shut the up. And Double A looks at me and he's like, hey, we got to stop. We got to, this has to be the end of you talking. So we sat there, watched the rest of the movie, walked out. I did not have any conversation with the fella or say, whatever, my bad. I got moving. This is not 28-year-old Eli. This is in the past. I've learned since then, but that was a big L, and then we go to say goodbye, and it was raining. So we just ran to our car. I texted her, and that was that. That you learn, you live and you learn. A lot of the times it's me getting, looking bad and not for my own doing. That time, I will say, bad Eli Moon moment, terrible Eli Moon moment. I was talking in the movie theater. It's a big no-no. I should know better. My mom's a big movie enthusiast, and that guy had every right to tell me to shut the bleep up. All right, that's my movie story. Not as bad, but yeah, I was actually the guy that you shouldn't be in the movie theater.
Again, before this, I had such a successful run in movie theaters. I had cutesy dates. I'm pretty sure that was the last movie date I ever went on because that man just made the experience so awful for me.
I just realized I can't go on movie dates unless it's like the fourth or fifth time, or maybe like second, third time. I don't know. I feel like me personally, I guess this is like some dating advice I'll share to people out there. If you're a talker and you feel like, you need to know about the person, you haven't done enough texting enough to know the person, don't go to a movie theater. Do not. You are not going to accomplish anything but seeing a good movie and kicking it with somebody, but you're really not kicking it with somebody because you don't know the person. Go sit down somewhere, go do something that's, a park or something, an activity, whatever. Go do something and talk to somebody. That's me. You may have had more success on that realm of things, but me personally, I cannot. Because I'll sit there and talk the whole time, Autumn, and then I'll get told to shut the bleep up and I'll have to leave another movie theater. We don't want that.
When I tell you, till this day, every time I tell the story, everybody's like, it can't get worse. It can't get worse. When I get to the Mac Miller part, they're always like, oh my God, he really said that. I'm like, yeah. And he said it with a straight face. That's the part that really, like I said, back alone, Mac Miller, gift cards, because he paid for every single thing with gift cards. What was the other one?
Just bad.
It was just so much. It was so much on that date. Now, mind you guys, I have so many stories. It's to the point where I have forgotten some. I have fully forgotten some. And I was talking to my cousin the other day, and I was like, I'm supposed to tell all these stories, and she was reminding me of stories, and I'm like, oh my God! Now I'm gonna tell you a funny story about her, and this is because of me, and I take full responsibility. Okay, I was dating a guy once who worked in a gay club. Okay. Took her to his gig because he was also a DJ. She somehow, some way meets someone at the club. I tell her, stop, don't meet him. Don't do anything with him. I'm like, please. I'm like, I even asked the guy that I went to go see, who is not gay, by the way, you guys, not gay. He just took advantage of gay men because they thought he was gay. Just sounds even worse, right?
Yeah.
My cousin ends up hooking up with the guy I told her not to. I'm like, please, just don't do anything stupid. She goes on a date with him. Eli, she gets in the car with me and my mom. We go somewhere. And she goes, you guys will never believe what happened. I go, what happened, girl?
Oh, no.
She goes, we went to the park. We went on a nature walk. He RKO'd me.
Come on, dude. RKO'd is crazy. It's crazy.
I said, what do you mean? I told you. She said he asked her what her favorite wrestler was. And she said, oh, it's Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns. Now, my cousin was obsessed with Roman Reigns. She said that Hold on, I'm trying to get through it because it's so funny. She said that as soon as she said, "Yeah, I love Roman Reigns," she just saw this man's hands come out of her neck. I KO her. Oh my god! When I
That's
tell you
not
guys,
even the right wrestler.
oh, when I tell you, that beat every other story I had because I said, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
So when I tell you guys, some of these stories are hilarious that I have in my back pocket. Oh my god! Whew. All right. I'm sorry. That is still she has told the story.
Wasn't even the right wrestler though. Like,
It wasn't about it. It wasn't. It was. I'm like, you could have hit her with anything else.
like a spear. I mean, like, I don't know how you'd feel about your cousin getting speared in the middle of nature. Like,
Till this day, she has told this. Now, mind you, my cousin also is like a decent sized following, like small influencer. So every time she tells the story on her TikTok page, I can't help but to cry laughing because I was there, and I told her not to do it. But that should just show you just like how bad like my dating life is. My dating life literally affected her getting orgasms.
no words.
Okay. Whew.
No words.
Whew. All right. Okay. Now on Monday, I promise I will give you guys a break from the lore drops. I promise this coming week I will give you guys a break. Because I don't want to traumatize you and I have to save some stories, okay? Some stories are really good. I told Eli NAA, I said, if you allow me to, I will change the themes.
It's a no.
I will change the setting. But there is one story that will go down in history as the greatest story ever.
Yeah, it's a no for me, Autumn. Sorry, it's a no. AA's not here to defend himself right now. You know, the program director is on vacation, back next week, but I would think he would also say no. But you know what? You do have a lot of fun stories. I think we'll be okay without that one. I know.
Yes. Now, we're going to switch it back to sports because World Cup is still going on next week. Literally a week from technically yesterday because it's midnight, is the World Cup final. Now we are almost down to 4 teams. Tomorrow is the most anticipated matchup of the tournament. It will be England versus Norway. Erling Haaland, can he continue his dominant streak? And will England be shut up? Because you guys, I'm going to tell you, England has not won a World Cup since 1962.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy, right? You know, both teams are in an interesting spot. Norway's on a nice run where, you know, nobody necessarily expected this much of a run, you know, including Erling Haaland, who's talked about the other teams having the advantage that, you know, France is probably going to win this thing, he said earlier in the Cup. And, I mean, he's been very open and honest about it. So it's just been fun to see somebody, like, very humble, very modest, winning right now and being one of the limelights, you know, one of the spotlighted guys for the World Cup. England has Harry Kane. He's in the Golden Boot discussion as well. You know, right now it's Kylian Mbappe is leading the Golden Boot because of assists. He has a tiebreaker over Lionel Messi, but they're tied in goals. Just the assist goes to Mbappe, so he's leading right now. And then you have Erling Haaland, a goal behind those guys. And then, you know, right there is Harry Kane. He's not too far behind either. The big thing, Autumn, is going to be Gerald Kwanzaa. He's out for 2 games, 2 World Cup matches. He had a red card against Mexico the other day in that big game in Azteca Stadium. And now he's going to miss not only this game tomorrow against Norway, but he's going to also miss, if they are to advance, a pretty important matchup, because the winner of this game, or match, I believe would play Argentina, the winner of Argentina and Switzerland. So this is very big for England, you know, not having one of their better players against Norway, and then if they do survive and get to the next round, you know, they won't have them against Messi and Argentina, who appears to be the favorite in a lot of people's minds right now. You know, he is one of the best, if not the best footballer of all time, and it seems like that's where a lot of the public, you know, opinion is it's Argentina's tournament to lose. But Norway is a lot of fun. England's going to give them hell regardless. Harry Kane and those guys will give them hell. It's going to be fun seeing Spain and France on the other side. That's decided now. Spain and France moving on in their quarterfinal matchups. I'm excited for that one. I can't lie. I know we got to get to the other side of the bracket and figure out who wins, Norway and England and Argentina, Switzerland. But Spain and France, Kylian Mbappe is like the perfect villain. You can look at him as a hero too. He can be viewed in that light. He's bringing a good light to soccer, but it's perfect. The way he challenges the referees, the way he's outspoken in some of his interviews. I mean, he is the perfect villain to like Erling Haaland's hero. And the fact that we could get that matchup, that we could get France and Norway in the final, that's what I want. I mean, if you ask me, like, who do you want in the finale? I want it to be France and Kylian Mbappe versus Erling Haaland. Two guys that are younger, that can lead the next generation of soccer, maybe create some more excitement for it here in the States, despite them being international stars. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, they are two of the best goal scorers right now in this tournament.
Yeah, I just want England and Argentina to lose. England because I just want them to shut up. They literally every single World Cup, without fail, every single World Cup, every single international tournament, whether it be the Euros, the World Cup, any international tournament, England, like, by far is the most annoying team. Not France. France somehow, some way, is not annoying. I like Kylian Mbappe. I think his other teams got some interesting things going on, but like on an international soccer level, I like him. Of course, I was happy Portugal lost. Cristiano Ronaldo, at this point, like, that's going to be his big thing, is that he was never able to win a World Cup. Like,
we'll see. He may come back in 2030. It's in Portugal. They just hired a new coach. I'm not saying he wins it, but we'll definitely see.
He's pushing 40 now. I'm pretty sure he's
41. He'd be 45, and that would be a big leap. But you're not looking for Ronaldo to be, Ronaldo at 28 years old. You just would look for the veteran experience that he still provides at the expertise he does. I'm not saying Portugal would win it. I mean, that's 4 years from now. We got to see what all these countries look like by that, point, who comes up. But it would be an interesting story. It would be interesting. I just want to see, you bring up Mbappe, you bring up, some of these other guys. I just want to see, like, soccer have this rejuvenation with these different stars, wherever they're from, and have something that people can buy into.
I would love to see a Norway France final. That, to me, is like Erling Haaland versus Kylian Mbappe would be just an amazing final.
Yeah.
But I want to also talk about one thing.
Yeah.
I've been on the side of TikTok where Europeans are finally figuring out that America is a nice place.
Yeah.
Eli, when I tell you, every single time I see videos of Europeans in this country, I'm truly baffled, because I'm like, what do they have over there? Like, what? I saw somebody saying, "Oh, I love America because you guys have pretty sunsets." Do you guys not have sunsets? I've learned they don't have sunsets. They don't have thunderstorms. That's just like a baffling thing. They don't have thunderstorms. Of course, we know they don't have AC, and a certain country that is supposed to be one of the most evolved, advanced countries in the world refuse to put AC in their homes. They love Crest whitening strips because apparently there's a certain component in Crest that is not in British toothpaste, so it's not as strong. Found that out. That's crazy. Ibuprofen. They really like ibuprofen. Melatonin gummies, because apparently melatonin gummies are not sold where you can just pick them up off the shelves. You have to go to a doctor. EOS body wash. They love that shit. I don't understand why.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it is just like, when we go to a different country, and I've never been outside of the country, but, when you go to a different country and you see certain things that, kind of catch you for surprise that maybe you weren't expecting, whether it's, a lot of my friends like talk about wanting to go to Japan or like, and go to Tokyo and go to different spots, Ireland, different things. And I think it catches people off by surprise. So I think, for people that maybe this is their first time visiting the States, they're just not aware of certain things that we have. It's a cultural shock. It's like wherever, if I were to go to Japan tomorrow, it would completely be a culture shock. I wouldn't know my left from my right. I'd just be kind of immersed in it and just finding things, little things that maybe they see over there that, it's ho-hum that, I think what, and it is for any country, not just the United States, but I think any country takes for granted, some of the things that your country provides. And it's not perfect. I'm very clear on that. I've been across the network. It's not perfect, But there are some cool things that we do have here, whether it is the nature and certain things that we do have ability to do and whatever. It is cool that it gets recognized, despite all the madness and whatever in the political world and everything else. I just think it's pretty cool. And yeah, about time, we have Scottish in Boston, going partying, drinking all the beer. We have people, asking Americans in Pennsylvania, what to do in Los Angeles, not understanding how much of a gap that is in terms of hours. So it's just fun. I mean, I think it's fun, and that's what's made the World Cup a lot of, for lack of better words, fun, right? And enjoyable because people have had a chance to get to see what these other countries are like, see some of their culture, see some of the things they do, see the fans get involved, and see some camaraderie. And you don't see it a ton, even on the pro level sometimes with some of these championship teams. They don't necessarily always like each other. So it's kind of cool to see a lot of these guys coming together for their country, for their brotherhood, essentially, to rock and roll. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I saw some people having a deep culture shock on 4th of July. 4th of July is like the fact that they came on 4th of July and were just like shocked by everything that they were seeing. I was like that. This was actually a tame 4th of July, like fully tame.
Yeah.
But the one that is getting me, the one culture shock thing that is getting me, that I'm like, what is wrong, is still the shitty food. When I tell you, I've seen so many videos of people being like, my favorite food that we've tried so far is Long John Silver's. What?
Ooh.
What do you mean Long John? They love Long John Silver's, Golden Corral, Panda Express, Chipotle, IHOP, a Waffle House. I don't understand. Waffle House, when I say you have to be absolutely smashed to enjoy Waffle House. And they are like losing their minds over just the most mediocre food. And I'm like, I've been to London. Okay. I've been to London before. I'm not even going to lie to you. The food is trash. Okay. It is really trash. It's not good at all. It has no seasoning, no flavor, nothing. Even their most famous place, Nando's, hated the chicken. Dry as hell. The only food, honestly, that I would eat again, I would eat a Sunday roast. We went to a really nice restaurant. We had a Sunday roast. That was really good. Other than that, all the food was terrible. Horrendous.
Dang, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing.
Also, they want to judge Americans on all of our issues. I'm pretty sure everybody in England is an alcoholic. Every single place you go in England, there is a bar or some kind of alcoholic beverage. You could go to Five Guys Burgers and Fries in England and somebody's selling a Corona. So,
alcohol sells no matter where you're at. I mean,
but when they said Long John Silver's, I'm like, Long John Silver's.
I'm not a
mid. That is.
I'm not a seafood guy, so it's a no for me. Regardless, you could say any of the seafood places, but Long John Silver, if I'm understanding correctly, is like the fast food of seafood. So, of seafood. I said
it's
put
really
a little
bad.
emphasis. Yeah,
disgusting.
Yeah, so I hopefully they find some other foods. Maybe they go to a Morton's, I mean, I know Ohio's not hosting really anything, but maybe they find, a good steakhouse to go to, go do some hibachi, see how Americans do hibachi. Like,
one guy said, I had the greatest steakhouse experience of my life. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he went to a nice fancy place. Y'all, he went to Longhorn.
Longhorn's nice, Autumn. Come on.
Longhorn's nice, but he talked about it like it was Morton's, like it was Hyde, like it was Red Steakhouse. He talked about Longhorn like this. He was like, oh my God, it was the greatest steak experience. I'm thinking he's about to say he went to a fancy restaurant. He went to Longhorn Steakhouse, y'all.
I know, but depending on the country, it may be like a, something they don't get quite often. So Longhorn to him may have been like, to us, a Morton's or a Reds or Delmonico's. I mean, because I'm just saying, and not to defend the other, the other country, but got to think some of the, and again, because we go over to these different countries and we'd be like, you do things like this over here. For them, that steak may have been like a 5-star. They made it and they got it at a bargain. They didn't have to go pay $80, $100, $120 for. I don't know. It's crazy. I used to work downtown, and every time I look at Morton's, I'm like, maybe next paycheck, because goodness gracious, I'm going to spend $300 there. I mean, it's crazy. Cultural shocks. Autumn, I'll tell you, I do want to go out of the country. Papa Moon went to the Bahamas 3 months ago?
Yeah, that is, but isn't out of the country. Kind of, yeah.
He was on the
Bahamas. Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give him credit, because he got a nice tan, kind of, sort of, got sunburnt. He stepped off the boat, he went into the Bahamas and did some stuff there. So that's like his out of the country experience so far. I have not, but yeah, I mean, like, that's why I bring it up, because like I want to go to Ireland, and I think, like, the whole culture shock over there is different. And you talk about drinkers. I mean, they like to get down in Ireland. And I'd like to actually try a Reuben over there for the first, like, see what they actually do, because it's different over here. I'm sure the way we cook things and do things, I don't know. That's my ramble. I love people, love different culture experiences. I think it's cool that people are experiencing that, despite all the FIFA nonsense and the Balogun red card and this country maybe in money laundering. And just enjoy that people can enjoy people for once.
yeah, and then, well, last thing before we get out of here soon, because Midnight Run will be coming up, and I'm literally like dragging because I have to get up.
No,
like,
you are okay.
for work. The other thing that they've been talking about is driving. Apparently, in England, they just do the speed limit.
Yeah.
This one guy, he was like, your roads are insane. He said the speed limit was 70 miles per hour. Every single comment was like 70 miles per hour is suggestion, honey. You got to do at least 10 over. And I said, what are these people? Like, when I say culture shock is one thing, but truly, I think this experience has kind of opened me up to be like, what's happening? Like, in other countries, like in Asia, like, they were fine. They just really like to drink and eat food, right? But it's the European countries that are just, European Australia, they are just baffled at what's going on. And I'm like, yo, you guys need to get a grip. They also have now just like figured out why Americans really don't leave America. They're like, you don't really need to leave America. I know. I'm like, I know. You can go on a vacation in your own state. Like, you literally can go, like, I can literally go to multiple places in the state of Ohio and it could be a vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
But Eli,
yes,
let's give you my good spiral and bad spiral before we get out of here, before you switch over to Double A's Crack Show, which he will be back for this Monday. I will also be filling in for you all week up until Thursday.
Yes.
On prime time. I'm very interested in this. This is going to be
Gets a little crazy. Chad goes in a time machine. He turns, into old school Chad Bryan. It gets a little dangerous. And Tuesday top 5, that list gets a little testy. There's some things, we can prep you for, get you ready over the weekend. But it should be fun. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I'll give you my good spiral, bad spiral. Good spiral of the day. Good spiral of the day is that Kumon Chandler is out of the house, out of the villa.
Wow.
Please go down the rabbit hole of all the tweets of watching him. And again, we are getting our show back. Us ladies are getting our show back. You guys can have NBA Twitter, okay? You can have NBA Twitter.
You encouraged us to watch this show.
Look, I encouraged you to watch, but not become an incel.
You're just mad that we have opinions on the show, and our opinions are right.
Just, no, they're not. They're really
This feels like Chris Daughtry when he got kicked out before the finale on American Idol. We all know who the best was on this show. It's all right. Your bad spiral, Autumn?
Don't you dare compare the angel that is Chris Daughtry to Casey, okay?
Both got a C for their initials.
Don't you dare. Okay?
Okay.
Bad spiral of the day, Miami Heat. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo getting into a physical altercation because Tyler Hero said some not so great things on social media about the Heat organization after he was traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Y'all don't even engage with it. This is the most hot mess offseason I've ever seen, and a physical altercation just would be the cherry on top. Cherry on top. Now, I'm gonna say this one last thing, and I'm going to let Eli switch over to Double A's Crack Show.
Yes, I like that you specify that it's Double A's Crack Show, that I'm just filling in for it.
I'm begging you guys. I need this LeBron thing to be done. I can't keep going through it. We're almost halfway through July. Please be done by this weekend. I swear. I don't care where you go. Just be done. I don't want to hear about it no more. Be done.
Coming up next Friday on the Daily Spiral, LeBron Watch Day 14, or whatever day it'll be.
I don't even want to do this anymore, Eli. He's been doing this since I was 14.
It's almost over. Here's the good news.
I'm 31.
It's closer to being over than it is getting started. So there's that.
He's been doing this for 15 years. He can't keep getting away with it.
He is. Oh, he is. They're sending voice memos now. He's getting away with it. Oh, he's getting away with it. And you'll watch. You'll be tuned in, seeing where he goes.
That's why I'm angry, is because I know I'm going to be interested. I know that I'm going to hang on to everything. You don't think I've already not went down the rabbit hole of Max Strus and Donovan Mitchell and LeBron all just randomly being at golf courses this weekend? You didn't think I watched Rich Paul and Max Kellerman talk about all his options? You don't think I know about the voice memos? I know everything. I want to be done.
Here's the thing. It may not be done by the time I get back from vacation.
Oh my God, I want him to let go.
I got all next week off, and then I'm back the following week. We might then be talking about where LeBron's going.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, friend.
That's how I feel.
Okay, perfect end of the week. That's perfect. I think that's how we all feel at some point during this week. But no, yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of sad that, I definitely need to get some R&R, but I'll be off the Spiral for the next, Tuesday and Friday are my days. So I'll be off next Tuesday and Friday. So we'll regroup. Maybe I'll have some dating stories by then. It's a whole week, Autumn. I could maybe find a lucky lady, go on a date, have a terrible experience, and share it here on the Daily Spiral.
I probably won't be doing any lore drops next week because, again, like I said, I will want to save those.
Oh, you save yours. Again, this is after next week. I may stumble into a bad date. I'm hoping to be a good date if I stumble into one. But if it's bad, I can share it here when I come back the week after. So, everybody's a winner.
Yes, but Eli, I'm going to let you go and let you switch over to Double A's Crack Show. I will see you guys on Sunday, where Double A and I will return. We will live react to the finale of Love Island USA Season 8, and we will talk about the winners. Who will be the winners, whether it be Carla and Anaya, Trinity and Bryce, Melanie Shazier, Ada. And then voting is open until 2 a.m. which is crazy. It's open until 2 a.m. I've already had my 3 votes in, but I will see you guys on Sunday. I'll see you guys on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Please, please, please. I'm begging. LeBron, end my suffering.
All right. Well, that's